Hello, food fans. I'm here to talk about kimchi and help you to decide which is the best kimchi to go for. I'm going to try a couple of brands here just to make sure we cover everything. So, first off, we're going to go with the Biona kimchi. I got this from Teco's and it cost, I don't know, $3.80, but it's supposed to be $4.45 normally. Bionica organic kimchi. I'm going to have a kimchi off to decide which one is the best. I also have some sauerkraut as well, which we will test just to see. Now, this kimchi comes in kind of a, I don't know if you can see that, there's a bit of a kind of gooey kind of liquid, but it has got fermented bits of cabbage and carrot and other kind of vegetables. So kimchi, the difference between kimchi and sauerkraut is that you get a bit of everything in kimchi, and it has a bit of spice as well. I think if I've got that correctly. Okay, we'll wang it on this cracker. So this is a, what the hell is it? A cream cracker. It's not got cream in, but it is a cracker. I mean, you've got the spice there. That is very good. I like the level of spice in this. It's plenty enough to keep you entertained. Don't swill it all over yourself. But it's very vinegary, the flavour. So I kind of struggle with it. There's like a vinegary flavour, and there's something else in there as well that I can't quite place. But for me, I don't know. I don't know how to 5 experience. How can I rate that? First, we need to try the other kimchi. So this is Eaten Alive kimchi. Now this one was not refrigerated. This one was refrigerated, so you need to keep this refrigerated even before you open it. I think, unless they just did that in the shop, I don't know. Now you can see the contents of this are higher quality vegetables. This big lumpy. I was about to say meaty, but it's not. It's big vegetably pieces of cabbage, carrot, and little red bits of spice. So there's some red pepper in there as well. You get more in this one, but it is more expensive, so you would expect more. So this was my first experience of kimchi as well. The flavour is much more subtle with the it's called mild kimchi, so the clue is probably in the name. I mean, maybe it's just that I don't like this one because it's not mild, and this one is more spicy. If you could mix the two, I'd have the spice of this one with the flavour of this one. This one just needs a bit more spice, but it is very nice, and I enjoy it because it's not vinegary. It doesn't have a vinegary flavour to it. So I would say this one, something like a 4 out of 5 experience with regards to pickle, sauerkraut style stuff, fermented stuff. This one, more like a 2.5, maybe even a 2 out of 5. So it's not the best. But this one, as I showed you then, costs £6.69, dude. And this one's about £4 normally, 4.5 quid. But if you go to the Polish section of your Tesco's, you might find this sauerkraut with carrot, which if you had chili in it as well, that would be basically kimchi. So what I've done with this one, I've modified it. This one is not as vinegary normally, but what I've done is I've modified it a bit. So let's just get rid of the excess kimchi off there, so we don't cross-contaminate. And I don't know if you can see, but there's little black bits inside, probably not because of the resolution. And it's also marked Naga to say it's hot, just as a warning to anybody who fancies a bit of sauerkraut. So we get a nice portion there, and see what this is like. Come on. Now that's nice. The thing is, the sauerkraut is a mellow kind of flavour. But what I've done, I've spiced it up a fair bit. This is the spiciest of the lot. Those little black things, black bits that you probably can't see, are what is known as Satan shit. Now, this is in a container because it's 6.3 million Scoville unit extract, chili extract. It's basically the capsaicin. And I shouldn't probably finger it because I'll probably itch my eye in a minute and make myself pain. But I've added a portion of that to it. Just a little dip. I just dipped the edge of a fork, something like, just like the tip. Just put the tip in and then mixed it up. And it's very spicy. This costs about $1.45 from Tesco's. It's called Dautona. Very nice sauerkraut. Well worth it. If you're not into sauerkraut, obviously it's not nice, it's horrific. But if you're into sauerkraut and kimchi, or if you want to try them out, I'd probably recommend you go full on, go all in. Go for the mild kimchi to start off with, based on what I've just said. If you like vinegar, go on for the Biona. You might like that one. But for me, I've not really got into it. Anyway, that is kimchi. I hope that's been useful. If you have enjoyed it, give me one of those, thumbs up. But if you haven't, a thumbs down or something. And give me a comment down below with recommendations for what is your favourite kimchi. What's the difference between kimchi and sauerkraut? Is it just that one's from Korea, kimchi, and the other one's from China, sauerkraut? Yeah, it's German, but it's not. It's from China. That's where it originates. Anyway, I've talked enough. That is kimchi and my personal experience.